Hello everyone, I'd like to talk about a pretty cool game that came out recently, Stick-Off. It's a pretty epic Roblox game that's a Stikbot game. This was less than 2 weeks ago, and this is it now. The transformation is incredible, and I'd like to go into a little bit about this game because I think a lot of you guys should know about it and should play it. It's going to be very epic and gaming. So in terms of how this whole game is actually going to kind of function, it's going to be a lot like a battle royale, or a free-for-all where everyone just fights, but with randomized weapons. So this is kind of the basic general idea of the game, but there's going to be a bunch of different modes based off of different Stikbot IPs included as well. So one of the modes is going to be like Misadventures, even though I find it maybe slightly similar to Lost Dimensions. I think it's smart to call it Misadventures because I think more people might know Misadventures than Lost Dimensions. So this Misadventures mode is basically like everyone's, fighting like you normally do with randomized weapons, but then all of a sudden, there's a button in the middle, like that one Roblox game, like don't press the button or something, and it'll randomly change the map where everyone's fighting to a different universe. So kind of, Misadventures, Lost Dimensions like. So that's kind of the basic idea of this mode. And there's going to be a bunch of different ones, like the levels, which is going to be like, the levels, that Stikbot, yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, so the basic idea of this whole game is that it's going to be a free-for-all fighting game, but I thought I should kind of go into the mechanics of this game a bit more. So on the bottom of your screen, you'll see a bunch of different weapons, and I'll kind of go into that right now. Starting off, your inventory should look something like this, having 5 or more weapons, which we will get to later, but let's go into each of these 5. The first one are what I like to call, for the heck of it, melee explosives. These are items that will they are explosives, or they are a lot more dangerous, you could say, i.e. throwing a grenade or a self-destruct teddy bear, and these will detonate, and it is a lot more dangerous to use them. High risk, high reward type thing. So kind of think about that with these weapons. There are only a handful of these. The automatic second slot is made for ranged weapons such as guns or lasers, which it's pretty self-explanatory, they're just ranged. The third slot is made for weapons like this, which are basically movements, boosts or stuff. Because the movement is very slow in this game, you need movement boost essentially, whether that is an item or something. And I'm actually kind of fine with it being slow. I think that, automatically, I think that this really adds balance to the game. So we see something like this chair, right? Right now there are only 2 movement things in the game. So this chair, it cannot fly, pretty much. It can only move really fast, especially compared to the standard. So it's not very practical in some ways, but the reason why you might use it is because it is significantly faster and it has rockets on it. But it's not good for agility and getting to different corners. This is where you would use this spring coil, which gives you a slightly slower than the rocket chair, but still a faster speed boost and a jump boost. But the downside to all of these is that, you can't fire while you use them, which is the benefit of the rocket ship. Blah 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 blah. You get it. The fourth slot is melee, which is very self-explanatory. It's just knives or swords or metal pipes. Whatever you get. And then for the fifth and final slot, we have a projectiles, ranged explosives, basically. So imagine a rocket launcher type stuff. That's the basic idea, and I think that this balance works pretty good. Sometimes with something like the knife, though, it is a bit hard because if you have a sword, then the range is significantly longer than the knife, so there's really no good way to fight. But, I mean, there's alternatives to this, and the game's still being worked on, so I really can't complain. Well, at first, some people may just think that this is just a game with a bunch of gears. There is something really special. Besides the fact that there are a lot of custom weapons, like the one that this character has, which we might get into later eventually, there are, the music. Oh my god, that's the music I've been using for this video. It's so good and it really fits the tone, not to mention all the animations and stuff, which, it just really works together, and I think that this style is really good. There have been other Roblox games in the past that were also really good, in terms of like with Stikbots, but they never supported them long enough to really get a good start. And we still are having this problem. So to see a game that literally went from this to this in a couple days is crazy. We also have to talk about the dancing. While I was not able to capture it the best, that Stikbot channel definitely got a lot better footage of it. But look at this. The dancing is beautiful and is a very important part of the game. It fits in with the style and gameplay so well, I can't even describe it. It fits perfectly with the music, and it's so beautiful. While there have been more dances added, this spinning one I think is probably the most iconic so far, but you be the judge. With new content being worked on almost every day, it's very exciting to see what the future holds. Like I said before, a lot of Roblox games in terms of Stikbots have been discontinued or just not worked on. They haven't been supported long enough. But the fact that this has gotten supported literally pretty much every single day for the past 2 weeks and how far it's grown is amazing. At the current moment of making this, however, the creator is going to be taking a break. So, yeah, this is why I made the video, because then it won't be outdated. Because every time I try to make this video, it gets another update. So, yeah. But this is an amazing game, and I'd highly recommend you play it. You should be able to find the link in the pinned comment or the description. So, yeah, please play this game. It is amazing, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for it. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye.